자, 아까 뭐 스팀버그 뭐? 뭔 씨발 목표야 목표는. 예 여기. 어? 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 잠깐만. 잠깐만. 야 잠깐만 저기 잠깐만요. 이 착용. 잠깐만. 착용. 아니 이거 고정. 아니 해지를 해봐. 아니 병신 새끼야. 어? 잠깐만. 야 아니 이거 고정이 해지가 안 돼. 뛰어 그냥 뛰어. 잠깐만 기다려봐. 아니 야 이거 고정 해지가 안 됨. 이거 맞는데 뭐지? 이렇게 해봐. 존나 뛰어. 존나 뛰어. 말. 홀스. 말하지 말. 못 오는데? 봐봐, 야 이거 일단 이겨봐 이거. 이거 어떻게 들고 있어? 아니 칼을 들 수 있는 뭔가 있을 거 아니야. 뭐지? 모르겠네. 예? 아니 그대로 계세요. 저 갈게요. 예. 뭐. 자, 언제든지 X키로 말을 불러서 탈 수 있습니다. 예. 캡셀 뭐야 저게? W 시프트. 말의 지구력을 적절히 소모하면서 빠르게 달릴 수 있다. 말은 때로 사람보다 똑똑해서 스스로 나아가게 되면 길을 따라간대. 몰라, 씨발 어떻게 되겠지? 뚜루루.
야.
천천히 한번 해보죠. 지랄하지 마. 남자 걔만 다 죽이네. 야, 뭐라는 거야, 새끼? 아니 군기병 케르지트 병사. 아니 개색. 내 발. 내 허벅지. 존나 뛰어. 가자. 아이 출혈 조까. 말로 안 쳐줘. 아니 미친 게임, 병신 게임 이거. 일로 가. 죄송해요.
Shit, this is the wrong way.
이쪽 아니야? 잠깐만. 가봐 좀 제대로 병신아. 말 왜 이래? 뭐 통발을 발견하냐? 용신 게임이고. 좆박았다. 이거 존나 뛰어. 존나 뛰어. 말돌아 가자.
Go! They'll kill you all!
아니 저기 뒤에 여자 있잖아요. 왜 저한테 그러시는 거죠? 아무리 스토리라지만. 야!
Take it!
자. 릴렉스.
Yeah!
존나 뛰어. 맞아? 원래 이렇게 하는 거 맞아? 화해의 십자가. 효과. 화해는. 쟤 뭐야? 얘 누구야?
Warn the others! They've torched Scarlet!
씨발. 야 내가 뭐지?
Run for it!
존나 뛰어.
Watch me again! Yeah! Run for it!
아니야. 어차피 나밖에 안 들었지. 다 조용히 하고 있어 그냥. 말두라.
Yeah! Flee! To Townburg!
뭐라는 거야 이씨.
Yeah!
저기 지구로 있구나. 말 따로. 울루. 지구이다. 개빡세. 됐다. 오케이. 나이스. 뭐야 쉬운데. 튜토리얼이구나 애초에 처음부터. 존나 잘 피해 헬리.
Oh my god! Wait! Help! Scarlet has been attacked! Do something!
Help me.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Be gone!
학교 호승기네!
뭐라 씨부래. 아니 왜 못 맞춰요 아무도. 아니 한 발 정도 맞출 수 있잖아. 활 쏘는 게 그렇게 어렵나?
We're closing the gate!
아니 아까 뒤에 있던 사람들은
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
저 붕대 있는데? 아니 이럴 줄 알았으면 여기 있는 아까 거기 있던 마을 사람들 다 죽였지.
Tell me, boy. Who are you? And where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that hair out.
안돼. 멈춰. fuck.
Easy.
아니 씨.
All done.
야 너라면 이게 진정 가능할 일이냐?
The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
막 때리지 마요.
If you idlers nothing better
미친놈
to
아니야
do,
진짜.
get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
막 츤데레야.
Sir, this is a survivor from.
I heard, Robard.
활간지 존나
What
멋있어
exactly
진짜.
happened? Did you see the insigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's.
후마인.
It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
헨리.
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle?
어,
I'm sorry.
들어가셨습니다.
It's in God's hands now.
하,
No one else can help us.
저희 아버지가
Anyway,
어머니와 함께
thank you.
그 빡빡이
Risking your
새끼한테
neck to warn us.
죽여버릴 거야.
Robard, take care of Henry.
구축시켜주마.
Get something to eat and some rest.
모든 쿠만인들을 구축시켜주겠어.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst.
구축시요.
Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
검을 배울 수 있도록 다리가 빨리 낫도록 기도를 해보겠습니다. 아 재밌는데 이 게임? 아 나쁘지 않아. 내가 높은 불에 해가지고 이게 로딩이 좀 오래 걸리는 것 같긴 한데 그래도 뭐 그래픽 품질이 좋으면 좋은 거니까 그죠? 이런 약간 로딩 부분은 좀 잘라가지고 넘겨야겠네. 참 오래 걸린다. 됐다. 네 안녕하세요. 먹을 거 없나 여기? 아니 여기 이게 내 침대가 있어
You
여기.
said something about a message? What was it about?
대판. 씨. 이거 뭐 탈 거 없나 여긴? 잠시만요. 위쪽 올라가서.
You fled from Skalitz. How did you manage that?
예. 끔찍했습니다.
It seemed
놈들이
like any
이렇게
other day.
왔습니다.
And then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon, Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
Yes. 그리고 학살이 시작됐죠.
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything in their path. Terrible cries of the wounded and the dying. I'll never forget it. It was only by some miracle I managed to take one of their horses and ride here.
How terrible.
Yes.
All the saints in heaven must have been watching over you to keep you alive. But you're safe here now.
Thank you 마을 사람. Thank you. 재밌다니까 게임이 이게? 막 벽을 뚫고 다녀. 어이씨. 로바드 대장의 말. 속도 28, 수용량 196, 용기 6, 지구력 230. 속도 31 230 뭐야? 어? 어? 이게 왜 더 좋아? 뭐지? 잠깐만. 어? 아니 대장씨. 나 왜 이래? 뇌신탕해? 말. 아니 대장씨 왜 이렇게 구린 거? 아니다.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Oh, God damn it, my
Okay.
stomach
I
hurts.
heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Yes.
I can't.
움직일 때 그 쩔그럭 소리 좋다. 무슨 뭐지 방금?
Milady,
방금 약간 좀
you're
끊긴 거
fortunate our good
아니다?
lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you.
버제네,
Doubt you're
버제네,
tired and
yes, come
hungry.
baby.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are then.
너는 씨발 근데 야,
Phil.
너 묻고 있으면 안 돼 지금. 살짝 울상 짓고 있어야지. 아니 부모님 들어가셨는데 잠깐만. 근데 이렇게 빨리 읽는다고? 개 씹사이코 아니?
You can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
예.
No, that won't do, Sir
And you?
Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady.
Yes, come baby.
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Good night. 배고프다. 예.
Sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
네. 한국인으로서 내가 배고픈 거였구나. 그래. 죽어야지. 다 죽어야지. 그리고 먹어야지. 좀 먹어볼까? 맛있다. 오이시. 나이스케. 뭐야 여기 다 그대로인데? 나 돈 얼마 있냐 그럼? 좋습니다. 다 가져갈게요. 예. 재밌네 이거. 닭고기까지. 오리고기구나. 아무튼 좋아요. 예. 좋다. 좋다. 사과는 약간 좀 식당하고. 뭐 더 없나요? 예. 하필 지금 들어오시네. 왜 이래. 먹어. 존나 먹어. 맛있다. 맛있어. 맛있다. 얼마나 처먹는 거야, 너? 설마 너 사과로 아까 배 안 차? 잠깐만, 그러면 치즈. 이게 도대체 몇 개가 있는 거길래 이게 존나 먹는 거지? 진짜? 이 치즈 않네? 이 치즈는 무한대로 있는 거야? 내가 지금 사과 처먹고 있었구나. 오케이. 클릭하고 먹어야 되네. 됐다. 좋아요. 나 졸리다. 나 졸려. 저 잘래요. 여기 아니구나. 반대구나, 반대. 뭐 했는데 평판이 하락하지? 나 졸린데? 들어가지 여기? 아 여기구나 여기구나. 어, 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 어. 기본 8시간이지만, 예, 나는 12시간을 취한다. 아, 잘 듣. 왜 중간에 깨우지? 아니, 1시간밖에 안 된 것 같은데. 아니, 이걸 지금 깨운다고? 에반데요? 아. 아니. 또 그냥 자. 너 일어나지 마. 아니야.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion.
내 존나 깨웠어요.
I didn't wake you, boy. Did I?
My lady. No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
아, 와인
It's just
좋죠.
what you need to help you sleep.
방금 잘라 그랬는데.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my
아,
prayers.
천사.
How
리얼
awful
천사
it must
진짜.
have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
아리가또 고자이마시다.
Thank you kindly.
아리가또.
You're welcome.
아리가또다요.
Now, Henry, I know this is all very new.
아이, 괜찮아요.
and
이제
strange for you,
이게 웃음이 나더라고요. 계속 이제.
but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better.
약간 제
God
마인드가
knows you've been
좀
through a
유연해가지고.
terrible ordeal.
네.
I know what it is to be left alone in the world.
이런.
Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time.
Yes.
And it can help to talk about it. If you feel like it.
요즘 말이 많으시네. 예. 이거 위로해 주시는 거니까. 바로 끊는 거 좋고요. 예. 네, 좋습니다, 부인. 예. 이제 좀 잘까? 뭐요? 말해.
You might be right, my lady.
야, 나 어디 갔어? 이게 누웠어? 이게 뻗었어.
It was terrible and
아니.
unexpected. The day started just like any
아니
other.
누가 싸가지 없게 누워서
Father sent me
말하냐?
to town on some errands.
네, 그건 나였고요. 네, 빚을
A
갚으러
fellow by the
갔습니다.
name of Kunnish owed money to father.
나 실종됐는데? 이구나, 옆에 있구나.
Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when.
야, 뭐야? 나 왜 저기 있냐?
Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father
뭔가
was too
이상한데?
generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chatted.
네네.
before.
뭐
On
할지
that
정말.
particular day, I asked him if
아.
he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
Yes, come baby.
Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
적들의 수가
The
어마어마했습니다.
horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack,
How awful.
Oh fuck.
and then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to
놈들은
take shelter in the
제
castle and
부모님을
to get mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader
내 시점 진짜 왜 이러냐? 야, 나 어디 갔냐?
in full armor, saw
아,
father and charged
진짜.
at him.
아니,
cut down
개
my
버그
father
나는데?
without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
맞아요, 막
Poor boy.
존나 막
May
찔러댔어요.
the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
어. 아,
I ran as if my
도망쳤어요.
God depended on it.
진짜 제 목숨을 걸고
But my
도망쳤죠.
guardian angel watched over me, and I made it to the mill below the castle.
It's as well you did.
그 평판 선승 오지죠? 개꿀. 예.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help.
거짓말하지 마.
God knows I wanted to. Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzik, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
전 공포에 떨겠죠. 전 너무
It's
무서웠습니다.
terrible. How could something like that happen?
그러게요. 그 구마린 놈들. 심지어
God alone knows why
그
he let
빡빡이
Sigismund
새끼
happen.
아직도 잊어지지 않아요.
Poor boy.
새끼 씨.
I understand
그
your
대가리에
grief, but
칼을
it's not
꽂고
to
말
pay
거예요.
for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding.
네,
Those who
알겠습니다.
are corrupted by greed, envy, and
주님께서
pride.
당신을 보살피길.
You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband.
헉.
It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at
Oh.
Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
엘리야, 잘 좀 위로해봐.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years,
네가
my
복수해야지.
husband returned to me
너가
an
가서
infirm old man.
그 자식을 죽이란 말이야.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
아니 NTR 루트 아니야 이거?
You're still young and
젊다고 이게?
beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
미친 새끼네 이거.
Would that that were true, lad.
헬리야,
True.
꼬시지 마.
But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
야, 너는 갑블라스 안 해? 아이 새끼 진짜. 너 지금 신발, 야야야야, 아 이 새끼 이거, 골 때려. 벗으라 했잖아 내가. 아니 아까 그 뭐야 그 대장이 벗으라 했잖아 신발. 이렇게 드론 부츠를 그 어디다 가지고, 아씨. 헉. 아니야 이러지 않았어 엄마는.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
아니야 이거 꿈 이런 거 아니야. 나 자꾸 그러면 흑화할 거야.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
왜요? 뭔데?
What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.